What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm here at Jack Hanania Buick GMC in St. Augustine, Florida, with this brand new 2026 GMC Terrain AT4, which is a new trim for this model year. And today I'm going to take in a complete tour of this vehicle. We're going to check it out, the exterior, interior, technology, and the test drive. So if you enjoy watching videos like this, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Now let's get back to this. GMC Terrain was fully redesigned for 2025 model year. However, we only had one trim, and that was Elevation. Now, AT4 and Denali just joined the lineup for 2026 model year. Let's see what we have. Well, Terrain features a brand new look on the exterior. The front fascia is completely different from the last generation one. I like this flat hood. It's got some indent in the middle, and if you like the color of it, they call it the RIVERSTONE metallic. Now, the lights are all LEDs. That includes the turn signals, daytime running lamps, and of course the headlamps. And underneath, we also have a set of fog lamps. There's some air curtains on the side for better aerodynamics, and at the bottom you'll find a set of red recovery hooks. Now, the bottom of the bumper is finished in this shiny black that continues on the grille, accompanied by that smoked chrome. We have this big GMC logo right in the middle, and the AT4, that's the designation of the trim. Let's take a look and see what's going on underneath the hood. Powering up this 2026 Terrain is a 1.5-liter four-cylinder turbocharged engine, 175 horsepower, 203 pound-feet of torque, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. This all-wheel drive gets about 25 miles per gallon combined, 24 in the city, 26 on the expressway. Made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. And the prop stick on the side, some sound insulation. Definitely will check out the ride quality. And as we take a turn around the corner, take a look at the side profile of it. Let's talk about the dimensions. 181 is the total length of this vehicle. 107.5 is the wheelbase, with the width of 74.5 and the height of 66.1. The weight is 3,700 pounds. This AT4 trim is more of the off-road oriented one, so it gives you a little bit extra of that ground clearance and ride height, partly due to the tire size. We have the 17-inch wheels and general grabber tires. 235 by 65 is the size of the tire. Everything around the tires and at the bottom of this vehicle is finished in this shiny black color. AT4, that's the trim that I have for you today. And I like how everything at the top is blacked out, including the completely black roof. It really fits with this RIVERSTONE metallic color. The keyless entry system, all you have to do is just push the button to lock or unlock this vehicle, instead of roof rails up on top. And as typical to all of the GMC and Chevy models, for this model you have this kind of shark fin looking trim. Let's take a look and see what's going on in the back. And that features a brand new look as well, including those large LED tail lamps. We have the GMC right in the middle, rear view camera, Terrain on one side, AT4 on the other one. Everything at the bottom is finished in this shiny black. Towing capacity, 1,500 pounds on the all-wheel drive, 800 pounds on the front-wheel drive. Let's take a look and see what's going on the interior. And in typical Florida fashion, we just got rain down, so the rain just stopped. Let's take a look and see what's going on the interior. So first of all, you have the power gate on this AT4 trim, and the button is right there to close it. Behind the second row seats, you have 30 cubic feet of storage space. We have some illumination in here, which is decent. But if you fold down the 60-40 seats right here that are split, you're going to have about 64 cubic feet of space. I think I have enough room to drop this down just to give you an idea of what it looks like. And then we have more storage underneath this floor. And underneath the second floor here, we have a spare tire too. So if you're wondering if it has, it's not the same tire as you have on the vehicle itself, but it is a spare tire nonetheless. So let's take a look and see what's going on in the passenger compartment. And of course, the big question is, does it have enough room on the inside? So 6 foot tall, I have plenty of headroom, decent legroom. This front seat could be adjusted a little bit towards the front. I'm 6 feet tall, and this was adjusted to my very comfortable driving position. But I have plenty of room. So definitely 2 people, maybe even 3, can fit comfortably here in the back. And a pretty cool looking interior. Let's start with this rear door panel. So we have this cool looking trim surrounded by this shiny gray and a lot of soft touch materials. Now this is the AT4 trim, which combines this leather-like material with canvas, and I like it. I like the way that it looks. I like the way that it feels. It's very nice and comfortable. Right here in the middle, we have the console with 2 cup holders. And the illumination is up on top. We, of course, have this large panoramic sunroof. What else we have? A completely flat floor, which adds to the comfort of this vehicle. Right in the middle, we have vents for the rear passengers and 2 USB Type-C ports. And if you needed more storage, there is more right here in the seat backs. Let's see what's going on in the front. Now let's take a look at the interior here. The front door panel, just like the rear door panel, very similar trims with the addition, of course, of the window mirror lock controls, the ability to open the power gate, and we have the power seat right here for the driver, nicely profiled. AT4 is the trim, very comfortable. I've driven this vehicle. Now, it is an all-wheel drive vehicle, so you can select an all-wheel drive, and it goes from two-wheel drive to all-wheel drive right here. We push all-wheel drive. It changes right here. We also have the parking brake and several different modes for the drive modes. So you have the normal off-road terrain, snow, ice, and tow haul. We're going to get more in detail of this infotainment system in just a little bit. The additional buttons are for the start-stop button and the dimmer. Let's jump inside. I'll show the rest of this interior. Let's start this interior tour with a sound check of the closing door. It's pretty solid, actually, and a brand new interior. I really like what GMC has done with all of their trucks, because most of them share the same infotainment system. The bigger Acadia, now we have this on the Terrain, and all trims have this large 15-inch screen for the infotainment system and the 11-inch screen for the instrument cluster. Now we have the soft touch materials on top of the dashboard, the speaker. I like the way that they broke up the interior with the usage of different fabrics right here. So you have some fabric, you have some leather, you have some wood grain, gray trim that continues throughout the rest of the vehicle, and large vents both on the sides and in the middle, keeping this vehicle nice and cool in this hot Florida weather. Now the steering wheel, it's a decent size. We have leather wrapping, we have some contrast stitching, and on the left hand side of it we have a bunch of buttons that control the cruise control. Right hand side controls the heated steering wheel, some settings for the instrument cluster, phone pickup buttons, and your audio settings. In the back we have the pedal shifters, as the all-wheel drive comes with the 8-speed automatic transmission. The front wheel drive, as a reminder, has the CVT transmission. Now here in the back, that's where you control your lights and wipers and turn signals. I should say the brights only, because the light controls are actually in the infotainment system. And here in instrument cluster, you can change the different views for this vehicle. Let's see what we have available. So press this. I actually like this one better. Gives you the speedometer in the middle, tachometer around it, and then we have the audio on the right hand side, and basically your info on the left hand side. So it's Tuesday, June 10th, 77 degrees. It cooled off with the rain, which was really nice. And we have another view which gives you navigation. All the important stuff is still in there, and this is yet another view that you can have in the instrument cluster. Moving on to the infotainment system. Here's the Google-based infotainment system. We've checked that out in several different models. It is off right now. There's a button on the side. We can turn this on, stay in the demo mode, and you can see there's a whole bunch of different icons for this. So Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, both wireless. You have Play Store, which you can download your favorite apps, camera, settings, climate, Wi-Fi, hotspot, audio, maps, control. Let's take a look at the camera, because that's important. You can see it's raining. It still gives you this nice view. And if I put it in reverse, it adds the trajectory lanes that are active, so you can see where you're going. There's no 360 camera. I'm pretty sure there is available as a package, but overall a good looking camera system. As far as the maps, probably my favorite features on it is Google maps. And we're just going to review this. Again, nobody's used this system before. It's a brand new vehicle, very nice and a large, bright screen. I can't say enough good things about it. And it's very user friendly as well. So here's your maps. Go back to settings. As far as an audio system, we have AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, USB, and news. These are your sources. Phone you can connect wirelessly, of course. And here's some controls. So your light controls are right here. So auto high beams, front fog lights right here. We're gonna turn the lights on auto mode, and that's, you can change it by pressing the light button at the bottom. These are some shortcuts: dome light, power window, lockout camera, hill descent control, which is one of the features, especially useful if you get this AT4, more of the off-road oriented trim. What else we have? Different setup here, so you can split the screen in 3 and select what you want display at the bottom, as the navigation is big enough as it is. And down at the bottom you have your climate control settings, so heated seats on this AT4 trim, and a bunch of buttons. You can control it with the buttons at the bottom right here, or on the screen, your choice. This big knob is your volume knob, and as you can see, that's displayed in the middle as well. Down at the bottom, USB Type-C, USB Type-A, and then your wireless charger is actually right here. So you put your phone in here. You can put even a large size phone. 2 cup holders that are big, and more storage in this middle console. Down underneath, I'm not sure if you can see, but you can hide some more stuff because it is a floating console, so you can put stuff underneath here as well. Now, this particular one doesn't have it, but it is available as an option to have the digital mirror. This one's just have the regular frameless mirror. And up on top, we have the OnStar controls. We also have the controls for your panoramic sunroof. If you want to hide your sunglasses, you have a spot for it as well. Panoramic sunroof, I'm not going to open it right now because it's raining, but it is nice and big. And we also have illuminated visors. Now, this is the interior of this 2026 GMC Terrain AT4. Let me know what you think about it. And now let's touch on the pricing and take it for a spin. As far as pricing, I'm on GMC's website. $29,900 is the base starting price for Elevation front-wheel drive, $2,000 more for the all-wheel drive, the AT4 $38,600, and the Denali at $41,100. Both of these come standard with the all-wheel drive. Now, the front-wheel drive has a CVT transmission. The all-wheel drive has an 8-speed automatic. Now, so $29,900, so $30,000 essentially to about $42,000. Let me know what you think about pricing. I think that fits within the rest of the segment. So you're looking at the Honda CR-V, RAV4, Tucson, Sportage, CX-5. I'm probably missing some too, but there's a lot of vehicles in the segment. Let's see how this one drives. Now, it's wet, and we're in the all-wheel drive. For some reason, I am in the tow and haul mode, which I'm going to get it out of this and put it in the normal mode so I can, tell you how it drives. Windshield wipers, and let's go. But before we take it on the road, let's make a full circle here and see how the turning radius is. It's actually not bad. And when I take it on the lawn here, it feels at home with those bigger tires. I like the suspension. Feels very nice and soft. And the acceleration, we're going to check that out. I've driven it before. It's definitely adequate for the regular, everyday driving. It doesn't look impressive on paper, but again, you're really not buying a vehicle like this to have a racing contest. Just want to make sure it's safe to merge in traffic. And that's what we're doing right now. We're in the all-wheel drive. Get up to speed. Yes, you can hear the engine working, but the vehicle is moving. Got it up to about 45 in no time. I like how roomy this vehicle is. It's got plenty of space for driver, for passenger, for rear occupants, and the layout of it. Very modern, yet it's kind of squarish, right? So it looks like a typical SUV. There is a little bit of noise coming in from the outside because of those larger tires, so we have a little bit of that hum coming from the outside. But if you go for the Denali trim or even the Elevation with not as aggressive tires, you're definitely gonna feel the difference on it as well. Feels good. Do a quick pickup test from 0 here. Takes a little bit to get going, but once it gets going, we get it up to about 45, 50 miles per hour, and that's about what we can do on this road right here. But it's adequate. It's not a speed demon, but it's gonna merge you in traffic safely and securely, and that's what's important. Well, guys, let me know what you think about this 2026 Terrain. Would this be your choice, or would you go for something else, and why? I welcome all the comments, and I want to hear from you. And if you like watching videos like this, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel, hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.